Hey everyone on my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching this video. I haven't posted a video in a very long time, and real quick I want to tell you about this video and the next videos to come for the year of 2025. So it's been like 2-3 years since I posted my last video, and I want to do different in 2025. So this year I'm making the commitment to myself and to you to post one video a week for the rest of the year. So 52 videos this year. I'm going to try to do a diverse group of topics. I'm going to start this video talking about entrepreneurship, so I hope you're here to hear me talk about starting a business with a criminal record. Is entrepreneurship a good idea for people coming home from prison? And maybe some quick advice and tips on starting a company. That's what I'm going to talk in this video, but later this year, throughout the year, I plan to talk about a variety of topics from my personal experience. You may know this, but I'm Harley Blakeman. I'm the founder and CEO of Honest Jobs. I went to prison as a teenager, and afterwards went to business school and eventually started Honest Jobs, which is the nation's largest reentry support system. It's online. We help people find fair chance jobs and resources to support them coming home from jail and prison. So in this video, I want to dive into the question, should someone start a business after jail or prison? So someone with a criminal record. And generally, I believe the answer is more of a question. So before I would tell you yes or no, I would ask you the question, is it something that you really want? Is it something you're thinking about frequently? Is it something that you constantly find yourself thinking about or talking about? If the answer is yes, then yes, you should pursue entrepreneurship. If the answer is no, then I would say maybe you need to do a little bit more research and try to figure it out. But what I can tell you is most entrepreneurs are, they wake up thinking about their business idea. They go to sleep thinking about their business idea. They dream about it. They work about it. They're always talking about it. And that's when you kind of catch the bug. You got the entrepreneurial bug. It's like, I just can't quit thinking about this business idea, this plan that I have. That's a great place to start. If you feel that way, keep watching the video because I'm going to explain to you kind of what I did and then also give you some ideas of the skills that you may already have that will seamlessly transition to being a successful entrepreneur. So my story was I came home from prison with a GED and washed dishes for probably 2 years because I had no education, no work experience. But while I was washing dishes, I was thinking more and more about different business ideas I could have. I grew up skateboarding, so I was buying blank skateboards in bulk. I could get them for like $11 a piece, and I would sell them for $30 at the skate park. And I was trying to figure out, should I start my own skateboard company? A lot of ideas, I would think about them for a month or 2 or 3, and then I would change my mind. I came up with an idea to sell whey protein and creatine and pre-workout, the supplements online, because you can buy them from China in bulk, print your own labels on them and sell them online. There's no government regulation. But after a couple months, I decided not to do that because it really takes a lot of marketing expertise. And I'm just not a marketing expert. You know, I work hard, I learn, but a wise person told me that, you know, everyone buys their whey protein from GNC or the really well-known brands, and that if I couldn't like sponsor athletes, people were never going to find out about my products and no one was going to buy them. And I just thought that the barrier to entry was too high. I didn't want to have to spend tens of thousands of dollars in marketing to get people to buy my product. So I stopped that one. Then I started another one called Auto Friend, where you could order on an app. Online, you could fill out a form, and I would come to your work and detail your car while you were at work. And I did that a couple times, but ultimately I realized that there just wasn't enough money to be made. Like I would need to do 10, 20 a day. And the path to getting to 10 to 20 people a day seemed really challenging to me. So when you start a business, you're not going to know all this. Like, unless you're already a business expert, you're just going to have to get started and try. And it seems messy and stressful, like working so hard and you don't know if it's going to work. But that's how you actually learn business. And that kind of gets me to my first skill that I want to share with you. Is a lot of people coming home from jail and prison, a lot of people with criminal records have had hard lives. They had a lot of challenges in lives, and they're still here. They're still fighting, working to make their life better. And one of the most important skills in business is resilience, the ability to get knocked down and then get back up again. It sounds so simple, but that is probably the most important skill in business. CEOs of the biggest companies will probably tell you that is when you're building a business, the first $1 million in revenue you make is like sheer willpower. It's like, I don't know much about business, but I'm just keep selling and keep talking to people and getting them to pay me and keep figuring that out. And before you know it, you actually have the money to hire a part-time accountant. You have the money to hire a part-time marketing person or a full-time marketing person. So your skill is to just get knocked down because you're going to try to start something and you're going to run into a roadblock and you're going to say, man, this was way harder than I thought. I can't move forward. But the thing is you get back up. You either change direction and change your product or service a little bit and keep going, or you just say, I'm shutting that down, but I got another idea and I'm going to pursue this. That's the number one skill. And if you're able to humble yourself enough to swallow your pride, right? If you're a very prideful person and the idea of people thinking you failed scares you, like you're scared to be perceived as somebody who failed, business is going to be really hard for you, because reality is like one of the another really valuable skill in business is not having too much pride. Like, I'll tell you, most of the business owners I know will tell each other that we feel like we suck all the time. We feel like we're failing all the time. But that's the trait of someone who's successful, is someone who fails all the time, right? You swing and you miss 9 times, but that 10th time you get a home run. 90% of people that you hear, your neighbors, your friends on social media, they don't even get up to the plate and take a swing. If you're out there swinging, you're going to learn more and you're going to get more done than 90% of the people chirping, talking on social media, telling you that you're an idiot or that it's not going to work. You have to be comfortable failing, getting back up, trying again, and having people see you fail and not being too ashamed to keep going. So I had done 3 or 4 of these businesses that didn't work out. And when I graduated college with my business degree, I thought, I'm just going to get a good job. That's what I went to school for. Well, I interviewed like 100 times and I kept getting the job offer rescinded. So I eventually started what is now called Honest Jobs. Honest Jobs is my company. We've done over almost $3 million in revenue. And we have contracts with some of the biggest companies in the world. We also have contracts with government. 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, you could not have convinced me that I would own a company that's selling to the federal government, states, and Fortune 500 companies. But I just learned as I went. And one of those skills is just being able to talk to people, not being afraid to go talk to people. And in jail and prison, people were loud. They talked all the time. They talked to people they didn't know. They talked to people that don't look like them. And I think that's one of the skills that you may have if you're watching this video, is like just being willing to talk to a stranger and say, hey, can I clean your car? Can I fix your roof? Can I trim your trees in your backyard? Or, hey, I am starting a pizza shop. Could I get you to come try my pizza? That is probably the second or third best skill that you could have for someone who's going to start a company, because you have to find revenue. You have to talk to customers. And talking to customers is the best way to find revenue. So you might notice in this video that I have not talked about getting a business degree or getting an MBA or learning accounting or finance. None of that is really required. There's a couple small things you're going to need to do to be legal if you want to set up an LLC or a corporation. But I don't even recommend starting an LLC or corporation until you have a customer that's paying you. You can sell a product or service 2-3 times and then say, okay, this is working. I'm going to create an LLC. The government's not going to come after you. You're not going to get sued. You're not going to... you'll be all right. This is what most people do. They test the idea before you create a business. Now, that being said, there's plenty of advanced stuff that I can share about how to set up your company, how to find investors, how to set up a sales strategy, how to do marketing, how to create a website, all these different things. So put in the comments if there's something you want me to cover. I'm going to do 51 other videos this year. I would love for you to share with me what you think I should be talking about. And before I hop off the video, I want to plug in a couple organizations. If you've never heard of these organizations, give them a Google or a ChatGPT, wherever you're searching for things these days. Look up Prison Entrepreneurship Program. It's a nonprofit called PEP. And also look up Defy Ventures. PEP is mostly in Texas right now, but Defy Ventures, I believe, is in 6 or 7 states, and they offer entrepreneurship inside jails and prisons. And then they also do some work outside of jails and prisons for people who have been released. And then lastly, I want to say, if you're watching this video and you are going to start a business, tell me about it in the comment section. But also, I just want to share a lot of the knowledge I learned. I learned a little bit in school, but mostly it was podcasts and books. As you can see here, I got a bunch of copies of this book because it's a friend of mine, but I read a lot of business books. But over the last couple of years, I've shifted to listening to audiobooks and podcasts. There's a ton of good content online that's free, YouTube videos. Just go out there and try to listen to Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett. I have Howard Schultz, the guy who started Starbucks. There's a business podcast called the All In Podcast. I listen to The Morning Brew. There's a lot of content online that's free to you. So if you're going to start your company, do it as a side hustle. Remember that the skills you have, the ability to talk to people, the ability to get up after being knocked down repeatedly, and the ability to say, I don't care what other people think, I'm at the bat and I'm swinging. Because you keep swinging, you're going to hit a home run. That's how this works. It could take 2 years, it could take 20 years, but when you make it and you're successful, you're not going to care that some people thought you were dumb 10 years ago because you had a bad idea. You're going to be in the position you want to be in because of that. And then, thank you for watching this video. I know it's an abrupt ending. I'm not an expert YouTuber, but I'm excited that you watched my video, and I'm excited to share more videos this year. So leave me some comments. Let me know what you would like me to talk about. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Peace.